For many people, their pet is a member of the family, and if their pet gets sick, they will do whatever they can to help that pet get better. When 7-year-old Lexi showed signs of hip dysplasia, her owners turned to a breakthrough treatment involving stem cells. Last week, Lexi became the first dog in Canada to receive the stem cell therapy performed entirely in a veterinary clinic. Dr. Mike Hutchinson helped perform the operation and joins us live this morning from Pittsburgh. It's good to talk to you. Tell us how Lexi's doing. Can you hear me, sir? Dr. Hutchinson, can you hear me?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking to the owner. I apologize. Good morning.
No, that's okay.
Well, Lexi did very well during the procedure. I was there in Toronto on Friday morning, and she did fantastic. And the neat thing about these stem cells is we took a little bit of her fat from behind her shoulder, we processed them, we gave them back to her in about her adult stem cells in about 3 hours, and 4 or 5 hours later, she was able to go home. Pretty neat procedure.
Some say, though, that this procedure lacks scientific evidence. It lacks the credibility to prove its viability. How do you respond to that?
Well, there's international studies that have been done to say, let's prove these are stem cells, that we're able to do this. And all of these cells that we're injecting back meet all of those criterion that were established internationally. So I don't know what they're reading when they say that. Now, does it work? Does it change into cartilage? Do these cells go in and change into cartilage? All I can say as a veterinarian that's performed about 140 of these is that these dogs do much better. You know, they're 10 to 20 days later, they're starting to feel better, go back upstairs, and they're happier. And these are pets, a lot of them that I've treated, have been last resort, meaning that the other option was maybe euthanasia. The non-steroidal drugs weren't working, the anti-inflammatories, the steroids, all of the things that we were trying. There's no surgery for them, and the owners are just very sad because these pets can't get up anymore. And we inject them with these stem cells, and these pets are going back up the stairs. They're getting back into the car. So it speaks for itself when you look at the results. Now, the scientists that are arguing are saying, well, we don't know that they're turning into cartilage, but we can prove that in the lab. We have yet to prove it inside the dog, and that research will come. But it's just going to take some time.
For a dog like Lexi who had dysplasia, could she have had, for example, hip replacement therapy, or instead of the stem cell research, why go in that direction?
Well, absolutely. But if you do a hip replacement, at least here in the United States, it costs about $10,000. And not everybody can afford that. And then a lot of times they become crippled as they get older, 7, 8, 9 years of age. And their life expectancy might be 10 to 12. So $10,000 is out of the reach for a lot of people. So this is an alternative. This is a treatment that helps perhaps for a year or 2 years or maybe even 3 years to give them some pain relief because the owners can't afford it. This procedure in the United States dollars costs about $1,800. It's still expensive, but it's much cheaper than the $10,000 price tag.
How does this procedure translate to human therapies?
You know, I get asked that all the time. They're doing research around the globe on humans, and they're doing it in all kinds of diseases, internal medicine applications like heart disease, diabetes, autism even. And so it's being used for cosmetic reasons all over the world. It's being used for arthritis and things that we're using it for in dogs. I'm primarily using it for pain from osteoarthritis, pain from ligament injuries or tendon injuries, and hopefully in the next year or two we'll be using it for other things, perhaps liver disease, kidney disease, heart disease, and things like that, allergies and the like.
Well, it's great to talk to you. Very interesting. Thanks so much for joining us.
The pleasure's mine.